It is bittersweet to be saying these words about two of our colleagues that we lost to cancer. We are blessed to have the family of Sina here today. And it is my pleasure to read the words that they wrote on behalf of Sina. And Barclay's wife, who couldn't be with us today, also wrote some words that I will be reading for you, and then I'll read my own words. So we'll start with Sina's family. To be or not to be, that is the question. In Sina's case, it is to be, and to continue to be in our hearts and in our actions. Sina used to say, going through this pain and experience is either a lesson for me to learn, or it's a lesson that others need to learn through me. Sina had a warrior fighter mentality. He never gave up on himself, and he pushed others not to give up on their dreams and efforts. Sina was truly the man in the arena, a reflection of his favorite speech by Theodore Roosevelt. He even had "man in the arena" tattooed on his forearm. Sina did not want circumstances or situations to define him. Instead, he chose to define the situation and give meaning to the circumstances. Sina was a man of his word and a man of principle. If you stood by his side, he would support you 100%. If you stood behind him, he would protect you 100%. But if you stood against him, he would switch into his warrior fighter mentality. Sina lived and accomplished things not by chance or luck, but by choice and effort. You could definitely motivate him, but you could never manipulate him. He always tried to be helpful and useful, but never allowed himself to be used. Sina was all about making a difference for the better, never making excuses. He focused on faith, not fear. He chose discipline and self-esteem, and he stood tall and strong until the very end of his physical journey on this earth. Now I'm going to read Barclay's widow's words by Honor Lynn. On behalf of Barclay's family, I want to thank UCLA School of Law, the Master of Legal Studies program, Barclay's classmates, and everyone gathered here today for honoring his memory in such a meaningful way. Being a part of this community meant so much to Barclay. When he came home, he brought many keepsakes and UCLA law merchandise. And he was so proud to be part of this community. He carried that pride with joy, gratitude, and a deep sense of belonging. Even during the most difficult days, between hospital visits and treatments, Barclay kept up his studies. As his wife, I marveled at his dedication, discipline, and commitment to continue learning, living, and contributing to the field he loved so deeply. It was not just his work, it was his passion, his purpose, and his life. Barclay lived as a leading example of dedication until the very end. He believed in the future of systems thinking, artificial intelligence, ethics, and law. And he understood that knowledge has the power to shape a better world when guided by integrity and service. Rumi wrote, "Let the beauty of what you love be what you do." Barclay lived that truth. He followed the beauty of what he loved through every chapter of his life. And even through illness, he remained committed to making a difference. May we all be inspired by Barclay's example to live with such purpose, commitment, and dedication. May we continue to learn, contribute, serve, and use our gifts to make a meaningful difference in this world. Thank you for remembering him. Thank you for honoring him. And thank you for carrying a piece of his life forward. And now I'll say my 2 cents on this, and I'll close by this. Tonight, we gather here to celebrate the fruit of our perseverance, leaving this UCLA campus with indelible memories. Yet even before the Earth has completed another orbit around the sun with us all, we lost two of our classmates to cancer, Barclay Brown and Sina, taken in the midst of their noble pursuit of knowledge. In this bittersweet moment, where tears and smiles meet and bring us together, we are reminded to cherish the journey as much as a destination in realizing our dreams. Barclay and Sina are separated by decades in age, yet united by something far greater, a relentless courage to pursue knowledge. Dr. Barclay Brown, 67, lived a fulfilling life defined by brilliance as a teacher, a thinker, and a force. I had the privilege of experiencing that personally when I met him on launch week here on this very campus. On one of our lunch walks, Barclay taught me more about AI than I had absorbed in months. He did so with unforgettable humility as we exchanged incredible stories about our mutual love of travel and culture. Alongside him, we remember our young classmate, Sina, only 25, a life just beginning, filled with promise, ambition, and dreams yet to be fully written. Again and again, life reveals itself as a fleeting glimpse, and we are left with the same existential question. What will we do with the time we are given? Life is not measured in years, but in purpose. In how deeply we love and learn, how meaningfully we touch others, and how boldly we act. We all indubitably agree that being here today was never a guaranteed milestone, but a privilege, a responsibility. As we celebrate our degrees, let us carry their legacy in heart and mind. To remain curious in our pursuit of excellence, to face life with courage, leaving behind something that endures, and to love abundantly and unconditionally. May we honor them not only with our words tonight, but with the lives we choose to lead from this day forward. My classmates and friends, every season must end. But Barclay and Sina are not going to be the falling leaves. They are the roots from which the fruit will continue to blossom long after the season is over. This success is to you all, to Barclay and Sina.